Hi Margaret, this is Shammi with Celltown Chrysler. Just want to send you this quick little walk around video, and this is just on that 2017 Hyundai Sonata GL. Now this one only has 117,716 kilometers. It is a very fresh trade-in, like literally within the last 2-3 days. So at the end of the day, I do want to apologize if the interior isn't completely clean just yet. Because any used vehicle obviously does go through a full reconditioning process at our store once it is traded in, which does include a full shampooing of all the seats and the carpets as well. Now I will go in a little bit of a walk around with you. Now on this one itself, it is in really great shape. It does have a nice kind of almost like a metallic black, so it's not a flat black color. It's super hard to see on camera, but if you look in the light, you can kind of see some sparkles in the paint. So it's definitely going to be a nice premium paint color. Now here's the front end, obviously very clean. Now proportionally, I'll tell you, in my experience with Hyundai, the Sonata is one vehicle that always seems to get compliments. And I think one of the biggest reasons is kind of the way it drives. It's such a nice, smooth drive, really smooth suspension. So at the end of the day, obviously that's something that most people do enjoy, just kind of in a daily commuter car. Now I'm just kind of giving you some side angles to make sure there's no dents or dings. Nothing that I noticed personally. I did just give this one a wash as well for you, just to make sure that it is clearly visible. Now on the back hatch here, sometimes like this one shows, you do have these small little scratches here and there. If you notice, just a little bit on the tailgate here. Now a lot of that stuff, to be honest with you, it's very easy fix. Even, you know, using like a $15, and that's $15, you know, polishing compound by hand, you could make that about at least 80 to 90% better, which is a nice thing. Now I do kind of like how the exhaust looks on this one too. It's kind of a nice, unique, funky shape. But here's a side angle again, really clean on the back, but I mean, again, just kind of looking at the side angle, try to get the light, see if there's any dents or dings. And again, this one does not seem to have any when it comes to the actual exterior. Now, when it comes to the rims as well, the rims are in great shape. Now, the tires itself, I'm going to try to get right under here. You have lots of tread, okay? So tons of tread on the tires, and they are some nice premium brand Continentals. Now, one little blemish that I do see here is, if you can notice, there's a slight dimple, probably from a little bit of a rock chip. It did not break the actual paint. I know it might be hard to tell with the reflection, but it didn't break the paint off. So obviously it's just a little bit of a kind of like a small little rock chip. Now we do also have one little small scratch here. I'll get right in the middle there. One little small scratch right here as well, which again, you know, with any kind of polishing compound, and they are very inexpensive, even at like Canadian Tire, it'll look at least 80 to 90% better right away, right? So really small fix. It is a pre-owned vehicle, obviously. You know what, they don't come exactly perfect like a new vehicle does, but at the end of the day, this one does seem to check out condition wise. You'll notice one small little scrape right there, and one just on the bottom. Obviously something that you probably won't notice just kind of viewing the vehicle or having it drive by, but still think it was notable to let you know. Now when it comes to the back seats, nice and roomy, lots and lots of space back here. And again, I mean, I do want to let you know that this vehicle does need to get its full cleaning still. So one thing with me is, you know, I hate to show vehicles before they're cleaned because it gives the wrong impression sometimes. But, you know, our detailing department is very thorough, and you know, at the end of the day, they do some phenomenal jobs on our cleans. So definitely want to make sure you're well aware of that. Now, when it comes to this back seat, there is one little burn hole right here. Now, the vehicle itself does smell like it was just lightly smoked in, but I do also want to let you know that in my experience in this last 15 years in the industry, I did spend a considerable amount of time when it comes to the auto detailing. So we do have a very foolproof and bulletproof system to take out any kind of smells in any vehicle, and it's what we refer to as a smoke ozonator. It's a very simple process, And essentially on our end, if that's something that you would like, to make sure that you have a nice, clean and fresh scent in the vehicle itself with absolutely no other smells from you know, either whether it was lightly smoked in or whatnot, we can definitely do that for you, and it does completely remove any kind of foul odors. Now, I would not consider this foul. It does smell like a light smell, but at the end of the day, it is something that I would want to make sure you're aware of. Now, additionally, just on this door, see this one little scratch right here. Again, you know, this is something that polish is not going to be an issue on making at least 70-80% better. Another one right here. Right, so just very minor stuff. Obviously, being a black vehicle, this is something that you know, it's easier to see in the light, especially after a nice wash like this one. Now, when it comes to the interior, you do have an automatic power window on the driver's side. The seats itself are manually adjusted. And again, just really nice soft neutral tones with the gray and the kind of insert in the middle there with the different material. So it is kind of nice that way. Now, let me just hop inside. One of the first things I do, Margaret, anytime I hop in a vehicle, because, you know, these are all cars, and at the end of the day, you know, some cars sometimes, you know, might have issues with air conditioning or something like that. So one of the first things I do is I always will put on the AC, and this vehicle is blowing ice cold, okay? So everything works very, very well. And again, this is a vehicle that will come with a full certified AMVIC safety inspection. So definitely something that is very, very strict and very important, because the inspections are regulated by the Alberta government. Now, I do want to also let you know that when it comes to your traction control, your trunk, and your gas cap, which is locked, those options will be for you right here. Now, other than that, it's just got a really nice kind of futuristic look. I do like the Hyundais. They seem to be very focused on kind of driver friendliness and making things very, very easy and straightforward. Now, the nice thing on this one as well is you do have your Bluetooth hands-free. You also do have your cruise control. And this one, thankfully enough as well, also comes with a backup camera. Okay, now if I do turn the steering wheel, you'll notice that the lines do change. So at the end of the day, this would be what's known as an upgraded adaptive backup camera. Now, you do also have some drive modes here. So if I hit that, you'll notice that you have a eco mode, and then you'll have your regular mode itself, which is really nice. But on this one as well, you do have your 12-volt outlets on both sides, your USB and your auxiliary. And you do also have heated seats for both front occupants. Now, other than that, I mean, the headliner itself, again, does need to get a little bit of a cleaning done. There's no actual holes or any kind of imperfections that way, like rips or tears. But obviously, you know what, any headliner, especially when it's in a lighter color, will need to have a nice cleaning before it is sold, right? So definitely want to let you make sure you're aware of that as well, and kind of get a shot at the roof. So you kind of got one little kind of dirt spot up here, and these are really kind of sensitive, so definitely something that, you know, I'm assuming this roof headliner was not cleaned yet, but you know, I've done quite a bit of these in my younger years, so definitely not a big thing. But other than that, if you look at the kilometers, 117, 716, so only about 5 kilometers from our actual list when it came in on trade. So you know what, being such a fresh vehicle, again, it is something where I typically love to show these videos when the vehicle is completely gone through the reconditioning process, which includes that full, complete, comprehensive detail. But I do want to let you know that this vehicle is going to be getting a full detail, just so you know, right? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I would only expect the same kind of treatment that I would want anytime I'm, you know, going to consider purchasing a vehicle. And cleanliness is something that definitely is at the top of that list. But here's the vehicle, Margaret. I hope you do like it. Definitely give me a shout. Let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, I am here to help, and at the same time, I do want to make sure that we find the right vehicle, not just a vehicle for you, right? So give me a call, 780-932-7597. Let me know what you think, and let's try to work out some payments over the phone and see what they look like. Again, thanks so much. I'll reach out very shortly.